Pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The best players the NFL has to offer on one stage. The AFC and NFC Pro Bowl underway here in Vegas. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The AFC takes over 1st and 10.
So here comes the AFC for their opening drive as we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
I know he's not showing it on the outside, but inside, he's got to be celebrating because think about all the quarterbacking we saw in the AFC this year. 5 or 6 guys could have earned this honor. He got the nod, a real feather in his cap.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the NFC pressure a little too much as they get home for the sack. Grady Jarrett coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. J.J. Watt in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Patrick Mahomes.
And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. So out comes the NFC for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
And no doubt about it, it was a banner year for quarterbacks in the NFC. A number of guys could very well have been selected for this. But I thought he stood out. I thought he found a way to separate himself from the pack. And he's been rewarded as the starting quarterback in the Pro Bowl. Definitely the right choice in my book.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. That catch good for only a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. They see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
The tackle made.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Patrick Mahomes in the AFC ready to go on offense. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well. But the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 31, Mahomes. And Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he cannot get rid of it. The NFC getting in there for the sack. David Onyemata. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. And right side, Henry's got it. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
On the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
Now here's Mahomes. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
They're now only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now we'll get our second look in this game at the NFC offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Hockenson. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 46-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On 1st down, Rodgers. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact and he'll go deep.
That is caught with the 7-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. From 10 yards out. And the NFC has taken the early lead. So the NFC with our first touchdown of the game. And, of course, we'll probably see some offense in this one. I don't know, though, that we'll see what we saw in 2013 when the NFC posted 62 points.
You talk about pyrotechnics. That was crazy, even for a Pro Bowl. 62 points. I think you wore out your voice in that one, talking about all the touchdowns that were scored.
I would love to see 63 or more, though, I got to tell you. All about offense in this thing.
Pro Bowl offense. Let's go.
What's good on the extra point? And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
Back out is the AFC offense. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And out across midfield down to the 45. That one goes for 30 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Throwing now is Mahomes. Hitting Juju on the slant. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Derrick Henry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Donald on the stop. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the NFC.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And Beasley with it over the middle.
Mahomes pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he
How to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave back the score.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. On the NFC, pressure a little too much as they get home for the sack.
Loss of 11 yards.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Tommy Townsend now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, that's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run. It's Ezekiel Elliott of the Cowboys. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Jerry Hughes on the tackle. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9
Elliott
at the 46-yard line.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Ball carrier. He was brought down at the 45-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
That's good for an
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. A very quick pass to Ridley.
Calvin Ridley. That's good for another NFC.
Rodgers now on first down. Open man, he's got him to tight end Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And there will be sound now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The AFC about ready to take over on offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football?
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Khalil Mack in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
Starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up
the running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Mahomes now to throw. And pressure, down he goes. Sacked at they have dropped him here this afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Mahomes going to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. They bring him down with a sack back at the 16-yard line.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 33. Butker's kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Home team 14. Visitors 3.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The NFC takes over 1st and 10. At their own.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now it's Rodgers. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. For Kidder here, it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Adams. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd down.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Rodgers now on 1st down. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their 2nd, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And again, it's Rodgers. This one caught by Ridley. Rodgers. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Lutz shots. His kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
Our home team 17. Visitors 3.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The AFC set to take over on offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a...
And he cannot get rid of it. The NFC getting in there for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have come upon halftime of this Pro Bowl with the NFC on top of the AFC. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The NFC offense heads out to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Over the middle. That's caught by Ridley.
Rodgers pass.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And the NFC punt team out there now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. The AFC offense now heading out for their first drive of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, and it's 3rd down. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, they still have